Hello and welcome to Let's Play 2 2013. This is 2K, and this is TNA episode 34. Let's get right into it. Alright, Mr. Anderson helping our backstage out. That should bring us to 100. Woo! 100. Got there. Alright, so the big thing we want to do today is bring in Tyler Black. So I actually want to do that right away. And the way I want to do it is an opening promo with Heyman. Where Heyman's basically saying that, because Heyman's group is TNA Originals. So he's saying that Tyler Black coming in is exactly the problem that his guys face, that they're just replaced by whatever, recently let go person happens to stroll into TNA, and it leads to that animosity between Tyler Black and Heyman's group. And we could even say it leads to our main event, which I'm going to do Rude versus Black as our main event. But then Heyman's going to bring his guy out here to fight someone, anyone. So we could start out with James Storm. He needs a mid-card face to go over. And Chavo is a good mid-card face to beat up on. Right? I mean, he's a legend. Storm gets a win to help build him up a little bit. And then, and you'll have to excuse me, it's been a little bit of time, but we got Gargano, and I don't know if there was an actual storyline with him right now. Yes, it was Chavo, Hombre Dos, and Gargano. So Gargano's going to come out and just kind of taunt him on the way back. So we can filter this by 2 participants. Yeah. Gargano taunts Chavo about having just lost that match. And then Gargano, who is, I believe, still a heel, going to have a tag match where he needs to go over. So we're gonna need lower mid-carders all up and down this place. And El Hombre Dos will be his partner, as always. What are our teams? Tagnus? Yeah, that works for me. Have they fought before? No, they have not. And I'm going to give Gargano a win in an open, all-out match. Actually, I'm going to take away the open. Let me check our storylines and see what storylines we need to have up. Bad Influence versus the Wolves is something that we could get going here. Jeff Hardy versus Killer Steel, which I would like to get started, like in earnest. Styles versus Kenny King can continue. This Abyss versus John Thriller thing can keep going. But right now, I'm going to go back to a backstage segment where it's basically going to be a promo. Austin Aries talks about how he watched James Storm pick up a win, how that doesn't mean anything, and how he's gonna find a partner, and that partner is they're gonna blow the roof off of it once they team together to face Beer Money. Yeah, why not? Aries versus Abyss. Abyss could get a win. Then we can have some interference here when Austin is attacked by Bobby Roode. To advance that, and a post-match, Thriller comes down and attacks Abyss, forcing him to run off. And we can end our first hour with a John Thriller match. Thriller versus Sabin works for me. Thriller can get a win in an open, all-out match. Now we're going to have essentially what should have been Jeff Hardy coming down to do a promo, but then Steel comes out and destroys him. And then Steel calls for an open challenge after destroying Jeff Hardy. And then we'll give Steen a match versus Gaijin All-Star, which should get around to C. Where Steel wins. And then a beatdown in ring is actually a 3-on-1 beatdown. Is Bully Ray, Matt Jackson, and Nick Jackson all attack Gaijin All-Star. Let me just double check to make sure that makes sense. Yep. And who haven't we used? Because I know Bobby's being used in the main event. Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle is our main feud. Yes. Yeah, the Angle, Heyman. Okay, so I think having Kurt cut a promo on Joe and I guess Bobby Roode. Actually, why not Paul? To sort of advance that up. And then they can... I guess I should have a Young Bucks match there because the Young Bucks came out. And We'll give Eddie the win, but it'll be an interference win. When he is attacked by Chris Daniels and Kazarian. And I'm pretty sure they're the world champs, the tag champs. Yep. So we had this match. It's the main event. Tyler Black, Bobby Roode. Should be a good introduction of Tyler Black to the TNA fan base. Of course, Tyler goes over. And then, of course, afterwards, you have Samoa Joe come out and beat down Tyler Black. All right, not a bad show there. I think we need more angles, less matches. So, what do we want to do? Pull this down a little bit. Pull this down a few minutes. Pull this down a few minutes. I think there was some uppercutters that needed to be. Yeah, Shelton, Anderson, and King just kind of. Right, King and AJ can have a backstage brawl. That would be good. Basically a backstage type match, except not a match. Alright, that should be good. So now we have Shelton and Anderson. Anderson can lose to... Who can use a push a little bit? None of these guys, really. Well, Anderson and Shelton can just fight each other, because I don't care. I feel like I've done that before. Yep. Too many times. There you go. And then whatever Anderson can... Jeez, Mr. Anderson is... I mean, he sticks around because he's not great, or he's over, but he is not good. Here we go. We give Daniels a win. Alright, let's get this party started. Yeah, it's D+ because they didn't click. I may have known that beforehand. C-. There we go. Got an A rating for a Rebel on Tyler Black. That's a good start. Alright. Ooh, that's not good. Okay. That's right. I forgot how not over Gargano and Taylor are. C-. Wow, that was actually a decent TNA match. And then followed up with a shitty angle. That is TNA in a nutshell. Here's another one. A decent TNA match. And then I guess it's building up because Steele beating up Jeff Hardy. helped out the show. And then Steele just shouting into a microphone for someone to come fight him. And then it's Gaijin All-Star who loses. And then Gaijin's beaten up by Bully Ray and the Young Bucks. And the American Wolves beat Generation Me again, but this time by interference. So the Young Bucks don't lose too much heat, I guess. Angle and Batista have a promo together, kind of teaming up together. And then, holy crap, this is why I signed Tyler Black. Holy crap. And Joe runs in and beats him up to kill the show. I mean, a B- is really good. That might be one of the better shows I've done. I have to check. That might be one of the better shows, and that leaves me very excited for what's to come. Right, I would check here. That was our second best match, that's for sure. And that's saying something. No, Yeah, I've done B- before, but that is a very good debut for good old Tyler Black. And I think when he faces Samoa Joe, it will be a very good match. Yep. So hopefully everything will work out there, and we got a pay-per-view coming up. I will see you guys then. Have a good one.